Dear beloved, today I want to remind you of the beauty of God's love for you. God, who is the creator of all things, sees you, knows you, and loves you deeply. In every moment of your life, God is with you, guiding you, and supporting you. God's love is unconditional. It does not depend on what you have or have not done. You do not need to earn God's love. It is freely given to you. God's love is like a river that flows constantly. It never runs dry. No matter how far you may have wandered, you can always turn to God, and you will find an embrace of love and acceptance. God's love is also transformative. It has the power to change you from the inside out. It can heal the brokenness in your life, bring hope to your darkest moments, and give you strength to face your challenges. When you allow God's love to enter your heart, it transforms your relationships, your attitude, and your perspective on life. In a world that can be full of pain, fear, and uncertainty, God's love is a source of comfort, peace, and hope. It reminds us that we are not alone, that we are valued, and that we have a purpose in life. So today, I encourage you to open your heart to God's love. Allow it to fill you, to transform you, and to guide you. Spend time in prayer, reading the sacred texts of your faith, and reflecting on the beauty of God's creation. As you do, you will begin to experience the fullness of God's love, and it will overflow from your heart to bless others. Remember, God's love is not just a feeling, it is an action. It calls us to love our neighbors as ourselves, to care for the vulnerable, to seek justice and mercy, and to live lives that honor God. As we do so, we become vessels of God's love in the world, shining a light in the darkness and bringing hope to those who need it most. May you feel the warmth of God's love today and always. May it give you strength, peace, and joy. And may you share that love with others, so that they too may experience the beauty of God's love. In addition to God's love, there are many other aspects of God's character that we can appreciate and learn from. For example, God is a God of mercy and compassion. When we make mistakes or fall short of our own expectations, God is always ready to forgive and extend a hand of mercy to us. This is why forgiveness is such an important part of many spiritual traditions. God is also a God of justice. In a world where injustice and oppression are so prevalent, we can take comfort in knowing that God cares deeply about these issues and is working to bring about a more just and equitable world. As followers of God, we are called to join in this work, advocating for those who are marginalized and oppressed, and working towards a society that reflects God's vision of justice. Another aspect of God's character that is often celebrated is God's creativity. When we look at the natural world around us, we see the incredible beauty and diversity of God's creation. We can learn from this creativity by seeking to cultivate our own creativity and using our gifts and talents to create beauty and inspire others. Ultimately, the beauty of God's message is that it speaks to us in so many different ways, whether through love, mercy, justice, creativity, or any number of other qualities. We can find inspiration and guidance for our lives in the many facets of God's character. So today, I encourage you to explore and celebrate the beauty of God's message in all its richness and diversity. Another important aspect of God's message is the idea of community. In many spiritual traditions, there is a strong emphasis on coming together as a community to worship, learn, and support one another. This sense of community can be a powerful source of strength, encouragement, and accountability, helping us to grow in our faith and live out our values in tangible ways. At the same time, the message of God also calls us to reach out to those who are outside of our immediate community, to show love and kindness to strangers, and to work towards building bridges across lines of difference. This can be a challenging task, but it is an essential part of living out God's message in the world. Finally, I believe that a key aspect of God's message is the idea of purpose. We are not here by accident. We are each here for a reason, with unique gifts, talents, and passions that can be used to make a difference in the world. Whether we are called to be leaders, artists, caregivers, activists, or any number of other roles, we can find meaning and purpose in knowing that our lives are part of a larger story, a story of God's love and redemption for all of creation. The beauty of God's message is truly multifaceted, encompassing themes of love, mercy, justice, creativity, community, and purpose. As we seek to live out this message in our own lives, may we be inspired and empowered by the depth and richness of this message, and may we share it with others in all that we do.